Hi, welcome back to Two Kims.
One Pod.
I'm one of your hosts, Peter Kim.
And I am your other host, Unji Kim.
And get ready for a barrage of episodes, guys. We're doing 3 episodes in one day, and the reason being we have to backlog these because I'm leaving the country. Finally.
Peter's leaving. Yes, finally. Get out of here.
Bon voyage, bitches.
Good day. Good
Yes,
riddance.
good riddance. I'm leaving for 16 days on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again.
In 16 days, yeah.
Yeah, it is 16 days because I do have a round trip ticket, but I know
That's such a long time.
I know. It's just the amount of time where I might either be extremely homesick because the European bathrooms and showers are fucking pissing me off.
Yes.
Or
I mean, the water pressure. I mean, no one talks about
it's
this.
garbage.
But
It's garbage.
Yes. I mean, there's a reason why America is the home of the brave.
is yes, and the home of the free.
Thank
The
you.
land of the free. But
The land
it's but every time I do travel outside of America, I do like there's that sheen of like, oh wow, the world at my fingertips, culture.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Like the cigarettes here are so much more like light. Everyone is chic. Everything, like in Paris, divorce is chic. In Paris, like, like
adultery
everything
is chic.
Yes, chic. It's not like as grimy as it seems here.
No.
There is really there is a sheen. And it's also the there is like a lightness to yourself when you're traveling.
Oh my god!
you
I was
get
just
to be
telling Eric this. Yeah, right. Like,
Yeah, you're unfettered by
Yes.
home drudgery.
Yes.
So you really are unfettered in a way that, like you see yourself like, that's why everyone sees themselves in the place where they travel, because they're not bogged down by all these other sort of real
no.
like responsibilities. So of course
Absolutely
anything seems
not.
possible,
Of
right?
course. You're the best version of yourself. When I travel, I call myself Pierre. It's... I say, je m'appelle Pierre. They're like,
Yeah.
bitch, you're in Italy. But it is that, like, bringing the best version of yourself, like a blank canvas. So you're not bringing all your
Absolutely.
fucking baggage.
Yes.
All your, misconceptions, all your prejudices, all your... everything you have to do to survive on a daily basis in America, you get to leave behind and just reinvent for 16 days. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Now, is there a chance that I might be fooled into buying an Italian home for $3.50?
There are Italian homes available for $3.50.
Even less, $1.25. Yeah,
What do you mean? What do you mean? An actual home?
actual home. But there's a
Single
catch.
family domicile?
There's a catch.
What's the catch?
You have to rehab the whole thing, and you can't leave without finishing it. It's like, have you heard about these?
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I can
Yeah.
see this. Yeah.
It's
There
basically like small towns in Italy / everywhere that
Yeah,
have
this is like-
low
it's-
birth rates.
Yes, this is
And-
indentured servitude, right? Like you have to go.
Absolutely.
You're paying for the opportunity to provide
rebuild
like,
their town.
rebuild their town.
Yeah.
and repopulate it.
Yeah, and no one lives there, and everyone hates your Asian face.
Exactly.
So,
So it sounds like $1.25 too much. Like
yeah, they should be paying me.
yeah.
But I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about mostly white people who have left America and have restarted, and some of these are like horror stories of like,
Yeah.
we thought this was gonna be like under the Tuscan sun, and then they got there and they've sunk more than $300,000 into this like
yeah.
villa.
It sounds like a Tuscan hell. Yeah.
Yes. So, who knows? I might be tricked into that because, once I'm traveling, I could be convinced of anything. The way I become anyone, it's exactly how I will fall for anything. You know what I mean? Like, I have
Yes.
no scruples anymore. My brain doesn't
No.
even exist. I have no integrity left. Not that I had much to start with.
That's what I mean. When you're starting at a deficit and when you're traveling, like I'm this person as well. Like I
Yeah.
truly do become.
Yeah.
I am willing to believe and become anything.
Anything you
Yeah.
want me to be, anything you need me to be. Like I
can
am
reflect it back to
moldable.
you. Yes.
I am all of a sudden at age 42 pliable.
Yeah.
Like
Anything you need me to do, senor? Yes. I mean, like it is. That's one of the best parts, I think, when you are a particular kind of like maybe if you're a little bit more of a morose, curmudgeonly type person in your everyday. When you travel, the fact that you are
ring a bell. Those listening to this podcast for a long time, like, yeah. You're shrouded in darkness and cynicism.
Yeah, like everyone has their life like flashlights on. I mean, listen, but there is something about travel that is such a relief in this way, that you get to engage as part of your personality and like really genuinely dream and engage in this sort of delusion that you can change and things can turn around. You know, this is the immigrant spirit, though. It's because of the dreamer.
It is the dreamer,
right?
In
like,
me.
yeah, like you could start here. Of course, yes, I can. This can be my thing. These will be my people. You know, I'm going to be the leader of this crew. Like you see your life, you think in every single permutation. Like you have like
every single potential. Yes.
Yeah, and it's you know, and then you get there and you're like, after month 2, you'll be like, okay, I would love to take a huge shit. Not
take have to pump it out myself.
Yes, in shifts. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's exciting to go. I haven't been to Europe since 2012. I haven't been overseas since 2012. So,
oh my God, yeah.
This is very exciting for me. And Eric and I, we have never been overseas together. We've done a lot of domestic traveling, but we've never done anything to this effect.
Yeah.
So we were holding hands yesterday, just like in the car driving, and I was like, this is going to test us.
You think it'll test you? Don't you guys travel well together?
We do, but we've never, again, this is the first time of this scale, you know?
Yeah.
And we've traveled together, but everywhere we've traveled, we were in our country, speaking the language. There's no, you know, like stressors of being an outsider, you know, like all of these things can really break a situation. Now, am I fearful for my relationship? No, not really, because I have a good foundation with him and we communicate well.
Yeah.
But I know that if I don't keep a goddamn smile on my face and be grateful for this Italian trip, I can quickly devolve into getting annoyed at every little thing. At every time he needs me makes me be late for something.
Sure.
You know, because I'm 성격 급해, so I'm like, get there fast. Like I want to get there early. You know, like I hate being late to things.
Yes.
You know, stuff like that. So like those little things, I can already like feel the hackles. Like
hackles are rising. Yeah.
Are like pumping up. You know, so like I know myself, so I need to be able to breathe and relax and just don't let things faze me, because it has before, and I have ruined relationships because of this. So
ruined relationships because of like international travel?
Just travel in general.
Really?
Yes. Early relationships, which should have been ruined, you know?
Yeah.
So like it wasn't
But
it
from
wasn't
a
gonna
trip
work
specifically?
anyway. Yes. One time I went on a trip too early with a partner to Yosemite.
Wait, how early was early?
Like the first month of dating. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. To
And
Yosemite? A place you cannot exit expeditiously.
Well, that's the thing.
You can't extricate yourself. That's a journey.
Yeah.
In and out.
And feeling trapped with someone you dislike is
you discover
another
that you
level
dislike
of hell.
them. You discover that you dislike them on the trip.
On the trip, where not just I don't want to be with them. It's like, oh, I don't like the way you are. You know?
Yeah, that's why a month is too early.
Month is too early.
Well, I mean, it's not too early for like a weekend getaway, because you can leave.
Yeah.
I mean, like most of these, like a weekend getaway, I mean, like, you know, an hour out, like where feasibly you could just get an Uber home.
For me, it's that lack of escape that starts to like spiral me into like,
so wait, what
I have to do everything to end this thing. It just like the conversations became like tepid. You know what I mean? Because like once you have the ick, like on a trip,
Yeah.
Like, because going up there, we were having great conversations. Coming back down, silence. Yeah.
Silence for
And
like
that was a
extended periods of time.
4-hour trip back to San Francisco. So like it, that shit could happen. And
Yeah.
not to say that's going to happen to me and Eric because we've been together for 9 years. It's not like
Yeah.
our first month of dating. But again, these are variables that we haven't been in. So, every new thing must be accounted for. And I have to be extra careful not to fucking fly off the handle
Sure.
when my needs aren't being met. And here's the thing.
I think it's
He
really,
gets
I think it's
very
really generous of you because if you think about it, it's like it is fucked up that your needs aren't being met.
Hello? I have needs and no one's meeting them.
So you being angry does.
And sometimes that need is silence, let me tell you.
Yes.
And then it's like, here's one thing for the listeners, the intrepid listeners out there, I love my boy, I love my partner, but even more sometimes I love my silence. And there are some times where I need silence, and then if you don't get the face, or like you don't get the like vibe that I need silence, and you're just like tick, 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 tick. Oh my God. There's no faster way for me to like fly off the handle and be like, shut the fuck up. Just be quiet. So you can see how fun it is to travel with me.
No, I'm like this too, though. Like it's not. But the thing is, Peter, you're at least clear about your demands, which it is really a gift. Like that sort of directness. You're like, shut the fuck up. For me, I would be like, are you ever sad that your parents love your brother more? And then I'll like, and then he'll shut up.
That's so funny. You
Like,
just go straight
like,
to hurt them.
And so then there's silence.
Okay, so you get what you need.
I get what I need, but
Yeah.
I say like crazy shit like that. If I just was like, can you just stop talking for a second? No, I say something insane.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, as opposed to if I
Finally.
were just finally, as opposed to just like asking for and being
Exactly
clear
what
what
you
my
need.
need. Yeah. And in that way, sometimes I just need people to know I am a woman.
And your needs are not being met as well. So yeah, I'm very excited. When's the last time you were out of the country?
When you're talking about this, I was just thinking about it. I think it was actually it might be 2012 as well.
Stop it.
And we were I think it was in 2012 as well.
You and the husband? Mm-hmm. Okay, where'd you go?
Paris?
Oh. Just
We went
one
to
city?
Paris.
Just one city or multiple?
We went to Hungary, we went to Budapest, and then we went to Paris.
Okay.
Yeah, it was for my 30th birthday. So yeah, it's 2012.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's okay. So how was that? Was that the first time you and your husband, or that time boyfriend?
And we were,
Where were you
yeah.
guys?
No, we were just married.
Okay.
So no, we have done it a bunch of times because his father was worked for United, and so we got to travel.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
Yeah, but
So
it was
that
only
wasn't
at the
the
very
first time
beginning
you'd been out of the country.
of the country. No, and then we also
okay.
did the motherland trip for our honeymoon, which was South Korea and Moscow.
Oh wow.
And we
Okay,
did
so you had
Peru.
been.
Yeah, we did Peru.
Wow. So how do you two travel together? Who takes what role?
We travel really well together
Yeah.
because it's like the worst parts of our relationship is like the everyday, like the roommates, like the drudgery of it all. That's where we just do not mesh. Like
Yeah.
if we were just roommates, we would have broken this lease years ago. But
Yeah, duh. If you didn't have a family or have sex or have romantic interests.
yeah. No interest. Because
Yeah.
some people like work well together. You see them as a
Yes.
unit. They
Yes.
like do well. Like
Uh-huh.
when you see people like sitting like or standing side by side at the kitchen sink sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
that sort of like mechanism. And it's like no. It's if we were like on an Amazing Race team, we would have
Oh.
died in the first episode.
Murder
Like we would be
suicide.
the first we would be
Yeah.
the first casualties of Amazing Race.
Right.
But like
But
but
when
so
you
when we
travel-
travel, it's all exploration, it's all these things, and so we travel incredibly well together because we do get along. Like we are actually like 성격, like we are interested in the same things. We're interested in what each other has to say. Like so we travel incredibly well together. We find the same things funny, like but I mean, I don't know. Like in the decades since, there's so much life that has been lived.
Yeah.
I wonder. I don't even know who I am traveling internationally anymore because it's been such a long time. Like I'm not the
Right.
same person I was a decade ago.
No, not at all. It's
So-
I think about who I was 2012. I was such a scared, like newly-ish out. I was going to Europe to like fuck my way through a
Yes.
different continent.
Yes.
Doing the whole like eat, pray, love, gay
Yeah.
edition. And
Gay edition.
I'm so different now. 10 years, no, not 10 years. 12 years later, I'm
Yeah.
very much domesticated, sedentary,
Yes.
deep within the career that I had left 12 years ago to like pivot towards. And yeah, I'm
It's a different
I am,
eat, pray, love. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not praying or loving. I'm just eating.
Yeah.
I'm just
I mean,
going
'cause
there
it was-
to
it's
eat.
Yeah, because it was like eat, pray, love. Like gay edition would be like eating ass, praying on your knees to and then like loving.
Yeah.
Like again, and then now it's just going to be it's eat, pray, love, like in a much more
Like
it's
less
just different.
less fun or dangerous way, or like less exciting. It's more like cute. It's more lovey. Like the fact that I'm going with my partner of a decade
Yes.
feels like it's just more enriching than doing
Mm-hmm.
a solo trip and like hoeing myself around Europe to different like hostels. Like it's such a different vibe. We're staying at 4-star hotels the entire time. We're I know. By the way, use a pro tip.
Travel-
use
yeah.
a goddamn travel agent.
Just
I
do
know
it.
this sounds like boomer technology, Gen X,
Mm-hmm.
but like the way you do not fucking have to worry about anything because they book everything for you. All the confirmation numbers, everything is set in one email. All the trains are booked for you. You just tell them like, I want to be here, 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 here. And then they do everything,
Yes.
and all under one credit card. Like it's just, and it was $150 per person as the fee because they get kickbacks from their hotels
Yes.
that they book.
Yes.
So like their money is not being made on us; they're getting made by the venues. So there's no reason not to use it unless you're so like you have such a like ego about like I'm the best travel planner. Like I used to have that a little bit when I was younger in my 20s. I used to be so like voracious about research and reading reviews and
Yes.
planning every single thing and like activities and like okay, the day activity is going to be this and then we're going to go to dinner here and blah blah. And now in my 40s I'm like could not give a fuck.
It's not my job. It's not my job.
I do not care. I don't care. Show me, give me, feed me,
Yeah.
burp me. That's it. Like
Put me to bed. Like I just yes. Truly. I mean, I was also like this in your youth, and it's not even that. It's like kind of when you're creating your adulthood, it is kind of important to have that time where you're like trying everything. Like it was during this time when I also like really learned how to cook. It's when you were like following elaborate recipes. You understand how to like make a roux. Like it's that time. And then now I'm like, I guess I could make a roux or I could just, fucking relax. I don't know. Like, I could just
yeah.
spend $20 instead
Exactly.
of an hour. So, in terms of hourly rate, like I'm priced out.
It's for the young.
That's not it. That's
It's
not
for the
yes.
young. Yeah.
It really is. And
it
there's
does
nothing
really
wrong with
feel
it.
good about like getting older and just being like, go ahead.
And
take it.
also like in terms of stress with travel, a travel agent really gets rid of all of that.
Exactly.
Like any sort of resentment that because there's always a person that is the primary planner.
Yes.
Right. And so
Are
when
you the
you're
planner
on,
or is Max?
I am typically the planner.
Uh-huh.
I have shifted the responsibilities.
Same. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, that's so crazy. I shifted it to him because he started like getting into it, and I was like, I had like a couple of like, oh well, should we do this instead? And I was like, you know what?
No,
I don't care.
I don't care.
Tell me where to be.
Yes. Make a decision.
Yes. Oh my
Make a
God.
decision. Make
And
a decision, and I'll decide whether or not I like it.
Exactly. Yeah, and you'll know immediately.
No, I mean it's very important because that's the thing is when it is a primary person's responsibility, and like if like it's then on the trip, if that person doesn't like have the sort of reaction that you want, or things don't
Yeah.
go, like you have it's like so much potential for you to harbor resentment. And it's
Exactly.
just, if there's a third party that's handling it, then the two of you can complain about the third party.
Immediate unification. Okay.
It's just smart. This is just this is like a relationship advice.
Hello.
Pro.
This podcast
Pro
is a
tip.
relationship podcast now. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning into this week's episode. We are going to do 2 more today. So if you want to hear about our reaction to what just happened yesterday, Saturday, in Pennsylvania at Trump's rally.
Wait, are you pivoting like this, Peter? This is how you're
talking
pivoting?
about it
Wait,
next episode.
we are, yeah,
So
okay.
tune in
Because
next
like I was
episode.
like, to go from Euro trip to Donald Trump.
No, we're doing a different episode.
Okay.